Good morning to everyone who is on Zoom. Please turn off your camera and your microphone until your case is called. Also, please look out in the Zoom chat, and if you could just put your full name and what type of case you're here for, whether that's photo or for just a regular traffic case, we will get you checked in correctly. So again, keep your camera and your video off until your case is called, please. Good morning to those of you who are on Zoom. If you could please keep your video and your microphones muted until your case is called. Also, can you please put in the chat, in the Zoom chat, your full name and what type of case you're here for, whether that's photo or a traffic case, so we can get you checked in properly. Thank you. Good morning to those of you who just joined us on Zoom. Please go ahead and keep your microphones and your video off until your case is called. Also, please put in the Zoom chat for us your full name and what type of case you're here for, whether that's a regular traffic case or a photo enforcement case. Thank you. Good morning to everyone who is on Zoom. Please keep your microphone and your camera off until your case is called. Please also keep checking the chat or any private chats that the clerk may be sending you to make sure that we get you checked in properly. And go ahead and put in your full name and what type of case you're here for, whether that's photo enforcement or a regular traffic case. Thank you.
Please rise. The municipal court for the city of Boulder, Colorado is now in session. Honorable Deneen Hill is presiding.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. This is the arraignment docket for the Boulder Municipal Court. The purpose of today's session is to help you decide what you'd like to do with your case. You have the following rights in this court. First, you are presumed innocent until you either plead guilty or are found guilty at trial. It is the prosecution's burden at a trial to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to hire and be represented by an attorney. If you need a brief continuance so you have time to talk to an attorney, please let me know that when I call your case. If you are facing a potential jail sentence and you're unable to afford an attorney, you may be eligible for the public defender. If you would like to explore that option, please let me know that as well. We can have you fill out an application and to see if you financially qualify. Excuse me. You have the right to a speedy and public trial. In this court, a speedy trial means a trial within 91 days of your plea of not guilty. In all cases, you have the right to a court trial, meaning a trial to a judge. And in some cases, folks will have the right to a jury trial of up to 6 people. If your case is eligible for a jury trial, you must do 2 things within 21 days of your plea of not guilty. Those 2 things are, you must ask for a jury trial in writing, and you must pay a $25 jury fee or request that that jury fee be waived. And again, both of those things must occur within 21 days of your plea of not guilty. You have the right to remain silent. No one can force you to make any statements at all about your case, and any statements you do make must be voluntary. Please note that there is a recorder going in the courtroom this morning. Anything you say here in this main session could be used against you at trial if your case was to proceed to trial. If your case does go to trial, you have the right to testify or not testify as you so choose. And if you elected not to testify, that could not be used against you in any way. At a trial, you have the right to cross-examine witnesses, which means ask questions of the witnesses who will be testifying against you. You also have the right to bring your own witnesses. If you do not have an attorney and you need to compel witnesses to come to court, you can ask the court clerks to issue subpoenas on your behalf. You have the right to appeal any final decisions of this court to a higher court. The appellate court for this court is the Boulder County District Court. They're in the same building and their clerk's office is right down the hall here. Any initial appellate paperwork must be filed within 35 days of a final action by this court. You have the right to be informed about the charges against you, the maximum penalties, and any points associated with those charges. The maximum penalty in this court for this docket, this is a traffic docket. The maximum penalty depends on the type of charge. There are 2 types of charges on a traffic docket. There are traffic infractions, which are the lower level cases, and the maximum penalty for traffic infractions is a $500 fine. There are also traffic offenses, which are the more serious cases. And that also depends on how old you are, the maximum penalty. So if you're 18 or older, the maximum penalty is a $2,650 fine and or 90 days in jail. If you're under 18, the maximum is a $2,650 fine and probation. And then if you were to violate probation, up to 2 days in juvenile detention. Please note, I'm not trying to make anyone nervous. I have no intention of sending anyone to jail today. I have no intention of imposing anywhere close to a maximum fine. Even a $500 fine in this court would be unusual. I am required by law to tell you what the maximum fines are, and that's the reason I mention it to you today. When I call your case, if you're here in the courtroom, please step up to the podium that's right there. If you are appearing on Zoom, please turn on your camera and your microphone and say hello so that you pop up on my screen and we can have a conversation. When I do call your case, I'll ask you how you'd like to proceed. In some cases, in many cases, there will already be an offer that's available to you. The prosecution has, in many cases, authorized the court to let you know what their standard offer is. And if you have such an offer, you may accept it. For anyone who either doesn't have an offer, or if you do have an offer and you choose not to accept it, there are 4 other options for you. You can talk to a prosecutor to see if you can work something out with respect to your case. You could plead guilty as charged and not take advantage of any plea bargain offer. You can plead not guilty and set the case for trial, or you can ask for a continuance. As I mentioned earlier, perhaps to talk to an attorney, but also maybe to think about what you want to do with your case. If you do accept a plea bargain today, and I fine you, I will. In some cases there may be classes or things like that, but I will sentence today, and any fines are due today. All right. If you're here in the courtroom, again, please come to the podium, and if you're peering by Zoom, just say hello and turn on your camera. Please let me know if you have any questions about your case. I will do my best to answer those questions or to get you to the right place to get the answers. All right. First up this morning is Nicholas Diedrich. Mr. Diedrich, looks like you're here on Zoom.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. All right, Mr. Diedrich, your case is a little bit different, and I see Mr. Altenberg standing, so I'm going to stop our conversation and address Mr. Altenberg.
Yes, Your Honor. Before we begin, I would like to note that the city has had the opportunity to review some of the photo enforcement cases this morning, Your Honor, prior to the beginning of the arraignment docket. One of which is Mr. Diedrich's.
Okay.
And if possible, we'd like to address all of them right now for the sake of efficiency purposes.
That would be, I love efficiency. That would be great.
Indeed, Your Honor. So first, Mr. Diedrich, we had the opportunity to review Mr. Diedrich's alleged photo enforcement violation, and we have dismissed this case as the vehicle was actively on or over the stop bar line when the vehicle when the intersection light turned red. We've already done so in our system.
Great. Let me stop you right there. So, Mr. Diedrich, you heard Mr. Altenberg. Your case has been dismissed. You are free to go, sir.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Go ahead.
Similarly, Your Honor, Austin Bollinger.
Let me just catch up with you. Okay, I do have that case now. Thank you. Go ahead.
Katie Hawksworth.
Okay.
Charles Bilberry.
I have that one. Yes.
Lincoln Collins.
Okay.
And Stephanie Lujan.
Okay, and let me just repeat those to you, make sure I have them right. Mr. Austin Bollinger, Katie Hawksworth, Charles Bilbrey, Lincoln Collins, and Stephanie Lujan.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and what's happening with these cases?
The city's reviewed all these photo enforcement cases involving the alleged violation of red light violation. The city has determined that the vehicles were actively on or with the stop bar line when the intersection light turned red and dismissed these cases due to proof problems.
Excellent, thank you so much. I do have one question on Ms. Lujan's case. Looks like that case was put into collections. What's the city attorney's position on that?
As Ms. Lujan has appeared today, and we have determined that dismissal is appropriate to the proof problems, we have no objection to the waiver of collection fees.
All right. So for each of these folks, Mr. Bollinger, I'm going to have you appear on my screen.
Good morning. I'm here.
Morning, sir. So I'm not sure if you heard the city attorney, but your case has been dismissed. You're free to go.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Ms. Hawksworth. You as well. Your case has been dismissed. You're free to go, ma'am.
Thank you. Will we receive any kind of documentation of this dismissal?
I'm sorry, you're very muffled. Can you repeat that?
Is there any documentation that we will receive of this dismissal?
I don't believe so. Could we send her something? Maybe a copy of this with my notes on it?
I can certainly do that for you, Your Honor. Ms. Hawksworth, if you could please put in the Zoom chat just your email address directly to the court clerk, then I'll make sure something gets sent to you after court.
You're welcome. And there's Ms. Hawksworth's paperwork. Mr. Bilbrey.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, hi, I'm looking on Zoom. Good morning, sir. You heard your case has been dismissed. You are free to go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
You as well.
Mr. Collins? Lincoln Collins? Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And you heard that your case has been dismissed as well?
Yes.
All right, you're free to go. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. You too.
And finally, Ms. Lujan.
Hi, good morning. Can you
I
hear
do
me?
not see you. I can hear you, but I do not see you, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm
So-
sorry.
That's okay. Good morning. So your case has been dismissed as well, and the city attorney has moved to waive any fees related to collections on your case.
Oh, I appreciate
So
it.
I'm going to grant that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, Mr. Altenberg.
Yes, sir. We have one last case to call, and that would be for Heather Bartos. We attempted to review the photo and video evidence available of the alleged violation of red light enforcement, although there is no video uploaded to our system, and as such, we've dismissed for proof problems.
Okay, I'm sorry. I should have let you finish earlier. So Ms. Bartos,
Hi, yes, I'm here.
and you heard that your case has been dismissed.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day, ma'am. Thank you, Mr. Altenberg. I appreciate that. That's very efficient. All right. Calling the case of David Paradise.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing well. So you heard me read out options that folks generally have with respect to their cases. Photo enforcement tickets are a little bit different. There are no plea bargain offers associated with those, but you do still have the other options available to you. You could speak with the city attorney to see if you could work something out. You can just simply plead guilty to the charges as they are. You could plead not guilty and set for trial. You could ask for continuance. What would you like to do, sir?
Not guilty, please.
Not guilty. Any chance you want to speak to the city attorney first?
No, I had tried to send in. I had gotten the paperwork in the mail, and I'd sent in I wasn't driving the vehicle. But I'd sent in the information, but apparently it didn't make it to the court. So that's why I'm doing this over Zoom.
Well, and the reason I'm asking if you wanted to speak to the city attorney because you certainly have the option. It's your right to go to trial if that's what you want to do. But if you could convince the city attorney today that you were not, in fact, the driver of the vehicle, that case could be dismissed today.
Okay, wonderful. Then, I'd rather go that route. That'd be a much better route.
Okay, so what's going to happen? It looks like Mr. Altenberg is going to be meeting with you.
Okay.
And you will get an invitation to a breakout room, a Zoom breakout room. Just when that pops up on your screen, just accept it. Mr. Altenberg will join you in the breakout room. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. Altenberg.
Your Honor, the city has had the opportunity to just review very briefly the notice of violation right now and the photos of the alleged violation. It's very clearly that Mr. Paradise is not the driver of the vehicle, and as such, the city will be moving to dismiss this case due to proof problems. We'll be doing so in our system very shortly.
Okay, thank you very much. So you heard that, Mr. Paradise?
Yes, ma'am.
The city has dismissed your case.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you, guys. You guys have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Juan Lay? Good morning, sir. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
So it's under my mom's name.
Okay, and what is your name?
Jordan Dunn.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, my name is Jordan Dunn, D-U-O-N-G.
Okay, so you have those same options available to you. You can speak with a prosecutor and see if you can work something out with them. You could just plead guilty. Of course, the summons is not under your name, so that's an interesting, that would be interesting. You could plead not guilty and set for trial, or you could ask for a continuance. What would you like to do?
I would like to speak to the
Prosecutor?
prosecutor.
Okay, someone will be with you in just a moment. Looks like Mr. Altenberg, if you want to join him, he will meet with you, and then you'll come back and talk to me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, calling Bernadette Mastis. Mastis? Oh, that could be.
Looks like they paid, sorry.
All right, that's okay. I'm just knocking them out this morning. Logan Lloyd.
Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Lloyd. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. So let me take a peek at your file here. So, Mr. Lloyd, you are charged with speeding 86 in a 60-mile-an-hour zone. The official name for that charge is speeding 20 to 39 miles over the posted speed limit. It is a 6-point traffic offense. You do have a plea bargain offer that's pre-authorized. And let me just be clear, the plea bargain offer doesn't come from me, it comes from the prosecution. It's just in certain cases, they have pre-authorized us to tell you what that plea bargain offer is for efficiency purposes.
Understood.
So, and if folks in the courtroom would listen up, that would be fantastic, because if you have a plea bargain offer that's pre-authorized, it's going to be generally the same for everyone. It is that you could plead 2 points down with a fine, or 3 points down with a fine and a traffic class. Now, in your case, Mr. Lloyd, that means you could plead 2 points down to a 4-point infraction with a fine, or 3 points down to a 3-point infraction with a fine and a class. You could also speak to a prosecutor, simply plead guilty without the benefit of a plea bargain, plead not guilty and set it for trial, or ask for a continuance. What would you like to do?
Can I please speak to an attorney?
To a prosecutor?
Yes, ma'am.
Certainly. And it looks like Mr. Reynolds is available, and we'll take you right.
What's your last name, sir? I will. Okay.
You just want to follow him. You'll come back and talk to me in a few minutes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right. Daniel Mencken.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You look very nice.
Thank you.
I hope you didn't dress up just for me.
Stephanie?
I did.
You did. All right, Mr. Mencken, you are also charged with speeding 20 to 39 miles over the posted speed limit, specifically in your case, 84 miles an hour in a 60-mile-an-hour zone. You do have that same pre-authorized offer, so you can plead 2 points down to, in your case, a 4-point infraction with a fine, or 3 points down to a 3-point infraction with a fine and a class. But you also have the other options available. Speak to a prosecutor, simply plead guilty, plead not guilty and set for trial, or ask for a continuance. What would you like to do?
I'd like to speak to a prosecutor, please.
Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is, to your left, there is a piece of paper, and there should be a pen laying very near. If you will write your name down on that piece of paper, as soon as one of the prosecutors is available, they will call you outside, have a chat with you, and then you'll come back and talk to me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Well, have a good day. We'll see you again in a few minutes. How's that? Robert Crane. Good morning, Mr. Crane. How are you, sir?
I'm contesting this.
Hang on just a second. I'll give you that opportunity in just a moment. I do have to tell you what the charges are and the penalty. I've told you the penalty and the points for the charge. So you're charged with improper backing, That's noise violation of section 7418 of the Boulder Revised Code, and it is a 2-point infraction. I did hear a bit of your conversation with our clerk earlier, and it does sound like you have some information you'd like to present to the prosecutor. Is that correct?
Yes, and also, could I say this, that I can barely hear you?
You're welcome to come forward if you cannot hear me.
Okay, I think I'll do that, too.
Okay.
I've reenacted, first of all, I've never heard of illegal backing up.
Well, it's in the code. And I understand there's a lot you want to tell me, but there's nothing I can do to change the offer in the case. Any information at this point that you would like to present in defense of yourself would need to be presented to a prosecutor.
Okay, well, okay, I won't, okay, no, okay.
There may come a time when it's appropriate for you to tell me some things, but we're not at that point.
There are several issues. First of all, he said
I'm going to stop you because there's nothing I can do to change anything.
you can't delete the points?
I cannot.
Then what's the point?
No, you can speak with the prosecutor, and the prosecutor is the person who can make a different offer to you.
An offer.
Like a plea bargain offer.
Okay, well, I've never had an accident before in my life. I've never had a ticket before in my life.
I'm going to stop you again because there's nothing I can do.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Would you like to speak to a prosecutor?
No, I don't want to speak to.
Would you like to plead guilty, set the case per trial? I am telling you, you want to tell me stuff and what you're telling me.
No, I'll pay the fine, and this is a waste of my time.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
And I do. I think the whole, first of all, the other complaint I had was a police officer gave me less than 30 seconds of his time, and the other guy.
And I'm going to stop you. I know you want to tell me this, but the appropriate party for you to tell it.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I think it's a waste of my time.
I'm sorry you feel that way. If you want to just pay the ticket.
I'm going to pay the ticket, yeah.
That will save you court costs, because if you plead guilty in the courtroom, it will cost you court costs. So if you want to go back to the counter and pay the ticket, you're more than welcome to.
I'll pay the ticket, yeah.
Okay.
Who's Robert?
Mr. Crane.
Okay.
Edward Frank.
Does he get the automatic 2-point reduction?
Yeah, if he does it.
Okay. Your Honor, there's actually another case before that.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Well, I've called Mr. Frank at the moment. Who is the other case?
It's Roberts.
I don't have that on here.
Magdalena.
Yeah, I don't have that one on here, but I'll make a note of it.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Frank. How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. All right, so you're here with Dad, I presume?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. All right, so Mr. Frank, you are charged with careless driving. That is a 4-point traffic offense. This is one of the traffic offenses for which I do have that standard offer. You could plead 2 points down to a 2-point traffic infraction with a fine, or 3 points down to a 1-point traffic infraction with a fine and a class. You could also speak with the prosecutor, see if you could work something different out. You could simply plead guilty to the charges it is originally. You can set it for trial. You can ask for continuance. What would you like to do?
I'll talk to the prosecutor.
Okay, great. And if you will, Mr. Reynolds is back in the courtroom, but he and I need to chat. If you want to write your name on that piece of paper, as soon as someone is ready, they will have a chat with you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. Mr. Reynolds.
Mr. Lloyd, Your Honor.
All right, recalling the Lloyd matter.
I do believe Mr. Lloyd is interested in the 3-point offer with a level 1 class.
Excellent. Is that in fact the case, Mr. Lloyd?
Correct.
Okay. All right, going back to your case, again, you're charged with a 6-point speeding offense. That's speeding 20 to 30 miles 20 to 39 miles over the posted speed limit. It's an alleged violation of section 7458 of the Boulder Revised Code. It is said to have occurred on July 24th of 2025 at 12:03 in the afternoon at US 36 and Baseline Road. So the charge you would be pleading guilty to, and I'm going to ask everybody to listen up again. When you do not have a commercial driver's license, how we get the points down in your case is we have you plead guilty to something you didn't do. So in your case, I'm just going to pull up my notes here. The charge that you would be pleading guilty to is called too fast for conditions. And it is an alleged violation of section 7459 of the Boulder Revised Code. So first you understand the concept of pleading something to something you didn't do in order to get the benefit of the plea bargain.
Yeah.
All right, and is there anything about the charge of too fast for conditions itself you do not understand?
No.
All right, and that is alleged to have occurred at the same date, time, and place as the original charge of the 6-point speeding. So to the charge of too fast for conditions at that date, time, and place, how do you plead, sir? Guilty or no contest?
Guilty.
All right, I will accept that guilty plea. I am going to look at the notes on the ticket. I'm going to look at your driver history, and then I'll ask if there's anything you'd like to tell me before I impose the fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right, I do see very clean driver history. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And is there anything you'd like to tell me before I impose a fine, sir?
Just apologize, and I take full accountability for not looking at my speed. I'm using a new vehicle compared to my old 2004 F-150, so I just need to be more responsible with watching my speed.
I appreciate that. All right. So based on your clean driving history and the statements you've made to me today, I am going to reduce your fine. We ordinarily start at $150. I'm going to reduce your fine to $100 in this case. You do still have $30 in court costs to pay. That's a total of $130 for you to pay today. You're able to make that payment today? Excellent. All right, so what I'm going to do is send you back out to the counter where you checked in. They will take that payment from you. They will also give you information on that level 1 class. In addition, they are going to give you another court date. That court date is for us to keep track of the case. If you get the level 1 class in prior to court and you get an email back saying you don't need to appear, then you're good to go.
Understood.
All right?
Thank you.
Any questions for me, sir?
Thank
All
you.
right. Have a good day.
Good.
Thank you. Mr. Holmberg.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to call Mr. Jordan Dung, please, who's appearing in person.
Okay. Good morning again, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Thank you for asking. Mr. Holmberg.
Yes, Your Honor, I have the opportunity to speak to Mr. Dung about his citation. It's my understanding that he intends to plead guilty and pay the fine associated, although based off his financial circumstances, Your Honor, as a full-time student with an income at this moment, we do request the court to reduce the fine question from $40 down to $20.
Okay. Is that what you'd like to do, Mr. Dung?
Yes, correct.
All right. So then you are charged with speeding 46 in a 30-mile-an-hour zone. That is but it's a photo ticket. So there are no points associated with it. It is an alleged violation of section 7458 of the Boulder Revised Code and is said to have occurred on August 5th of 2025 at 6:28 in the evening at northbound Broadway at Pine Street. Is there anything about that charge you don't understand? All right. And so how do you plead to the charge of speeding 46 in a 30-mile-an-hour zone?
I'm guilty.
Guilty. All right, I'll accept a guilty plea. And I will make, the fine is set by ordinance. You probably talked to Mr. Altenberg about that. But the city attorney does have the ability to recommend lower charges, and the city attorney has recommended $20 fine in your case. I will accept the city attorney's recommendation and I will fine you $20. There are no court costs associated with this. All right, so it's just $20 to pay today. You can make that payment?
Yes.
All right. And can you pay that at the counter as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you'd like, you could just walk back out to the counter where you check in and they can take the $20 payment from you. You're also welcome to pay it online if you prefer. And if you still have the ticket, which it looks like you do, in the top right-hand corner is an email address where you can go and make that payment.
All right.
But it might just be easier to make it here.
All right, thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. Have a good day, sir.
You too. All right, thank you so much.
That's the next case. It didn't make it on my list.
That's okay. Oh, so the last name is Roberts.
Yes.
Okay. I'm calling Magdalena Roberts. Good morning, ma'am, and I apologize. It looks like we missed your case on our list, and so I should have called you a couple of folks ago. I apologize. And so you are under 18. You've got Dad here with you, it looks like.
That's correct.
All right. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right, Ms. Roberts, you are charged with U-turn prohibited or hazardous. That's a 3-point traffic infraction here in the city. I do have that same offer to make to you, 2 points down with a fine or 3 points down with a fine in a class. So in your case, it would be 2 points down to 1 point with just a fine, or 3 points down to 0 points with a fine in a class. And I will mention to you that anything that's 0 points does not get reported to the DMV. You also have the other options available to you. I'm happy to repeat those if you'd like to hear them. Do you know what you'd like to do?
I'd like to do the 3 points down with the class, please.
Okay, so 3 points down to a 0 point infraction?
Yes, please.
And Dad, that's okay with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Ms. Roberts, you heard me talking to the gentleman, Mr. Lloyd, a few minutes ago about how we get points down. We have you plead guilty to something you didn't actually do. And in your situation, for a 0 point infraction, the charge we have you plead to is seatbelt required, which essentially means you were driving around with no seatbelt on. Nobody's saying that's what you actually did. It's just how we get those points down. Is there anything about that charge you do not understand?
No.
All right. So, and the charge is said to have occurred on July 21st of 2025 at 2:33 in the afternoon at Broadway and Regent here in Boulder. It's an alleged violation. The seatbelt required is an alleged violation of section 7-32 of the Boulder Revised Code. To that charge at the date, time, and place I just described, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, I'll accept the guilty plea. Let me take a look at some things, and then I'll ask if there's anything you want to tell me, and we'll go ahead with a fine. Okay. Very clean driving history. Always like to see that, especially like to see that with someone your age. I worry a lot when someone your age has driving infractions.
Yeah.
I think I saw one the other day and the person had 5.
Oh, wow.
It was not good.
Yeah.
All right, so I do appreciate that. Is there anything you would like to tell me before I impose the fine?
No, ma'am.
All right, Dad?
How long are classes and is there a fee for the class?
It's $60 and it takes about 4 hours from what I understand.
Is it able to be done online?
It is online.
It is online.
Yes, sir. Any other questions?
Financial circumstances, filed for bankruptcy is
Okay.
coming out of my pocket, so.
Okay.
I'm still in the process of bankruptcy
Okay.
case.
I appreciate that information.
Consideration would be appreciated.
All right. And so it sounds like dad is paying for this and not you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for the time being,
So she's going to pay you back
she's
ultimately.
gonna pay me back.
All right. That is good to know. All right, so our fine for this ordinarily starts at $125. Given the fact that you are ultimately going to pay for it, I'm going to make it significantly less than that. And I will, in addition to that, take into account your financial circumstances, Dad, since you are fronting the money for it. I will make the fine $50. There are $30 in court costs to pay. So that's a total of $80. You can make that payment today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to send you back out to the counter where you checked in. They will take that payment from you. They will also give you the information on the class. They'll give you another court date. You do not need to appear at that court date so long as you get your class done, you get the certificate that you completed it into the court, and you hear back from the court that they received the certificate. Any other questions for me?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. Have a good day, sir.
Thanks.
And Ms. Roberts, you have a good day as well. Hormoz Moyedi? And I am sorry,
Good morning.
Can you tell me how to say your name, sir?
I'm pleading not guilty.
I understand that. Can you tell me how to say your name?
Hormoz Moayedi.
Moyedi, okay. All right, so Mr. Moyedi, I hear what you're saying, but I do have to go over some things first.
Yes.
All right, so sir, you are charged with speeding 31 miles an hour in a 20-mile-an-hour zone. The official name for that charge is speeding 10 to 19 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. It is said to have occurred on July 26th of 2025 at 12:20 in the afternoon at the 2900 block of Glenwood Avenue. And it's an alleged violation of section 7458 of the Boulder Revised Code. Now, I did hear what you just said to me, that you want to plead not guilty and set for trial. It might make sense for you to speak with a prosecutor beforehand, because if you can convince them that you didn't do it.
Absolutely. I have some evidence to show you.
I cannot look at that evidence and do anything with the case. If you want to show the evidence to try to get the case dismissed, you need to show it to the prosecutor.
Sorry, I didn't get it. I have to see the prosecutor.
If your plan was to show me evidence so that I would dismiss your case, I want to let you know that I won't look at that because there's nothing I can do with your case at this moment. The prosecutor is the person who gets to decide whether they want to proceed with the case. So they may very well look at that evidence and say, we don't want to proceed. Yes. We would like to dismiss it. So if you want to show that information that you have to someone today, it needs to be the prosecutor.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So you would like to speak with the prosecutor?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to have you write your name on that piece of paper just to your left. All right. And if you'll have a seat, as soon as one of the prosecutors is available, they will call you outside the courtroom to have a conversation with you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're very welcome. Oliver Perchersky? And is it Perchersky?
Perchersky, Your Honor.
Thank you. I apologize that I got it wrong to begin with.
Your Honor, we have proof that the charge has been dismissed.
I saw that on Teams. Thank you for pointing it out, though. All right. So, Mr. Perchersky, you are charged. Initially, you had two charges, one of which was failed to present evidence of insurance. The other one is speeding 69 in a 40-mile-an-hour zone, which is a 6-point traffic offense. Again, the official name for the charge is speeding 20 to 39 over the miles per hour over the posted speed limit. I understand you did show proof of insurance at the window when you checked in, and that charge has been dismissed. So we are simply left with the 6-point speeding charge.
Okay.
I do have that standard offer that I can convey to you. It would be to plead 2 points down, and in your case, to a 4-point infraction with a fine, or 3 points down to a 3-point infraction with a fine and a class. You also have the other options available to you, such as speaking with a prosecutor, simply pleading guilty to the charge, setting the case for trial, or asking for a continuance. What would you like to do?
Could I do the 3-point with the class?
3-point with a class?
Yeah.
We can certainly do that. And you heard me earlier talking about folks pleading guilty to something they didn't do in order to take advantage of the plea bargain.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm open to that.
Okay, so you understand that concept?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so the charge you would be pleading guilty to, sir, is the same as the gentleman before you. It's the 3-point infraction of too fast for conditions. That's an alleged violation of section 7459 of the Boulder Revised Code, and it's said to have occurred on June 26th of 2025 at 10:23 in the morning at Broadway and Eastman here in Boulder. Is there anything about that charge you don't understand? You need to answer out loud because we are recording.
No.
Okay, great. Then to the charge, the 3-point infraction of too fast for conditions at the date, time, and place I just described, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty.
All right, I'll accept a guilty plea. Let me take a look at some things, and then I'll check in with you, and then I'll impose the fine.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, I do like to see that no history at all. I appreciate that. All right, sir, is there anything you would like to tell me before I impose that fine?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so for this type of charge, we ordinarily start at 150. I do appreciate the very, very clean driving history. I will make yours 125 instead of 150 based on that clean driving history. You do still have $30 in court costs to pay today. So that is 155 for you total. You can make that payment today?
Yep, correct.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to send you out to the counter. They'll take that $155 payment. They're going to give you information on the class. They'll give you another court date.
Okay.
And you don't have to appear at that other court date if you get your paperwork into the court that you've completed the class and you hear back from the court that they received the paperwork.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, thank you.
All right, have a good day, sir.
Thank you too.
Thank you. Mr. Reynolds.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Minkin.
All right, recalling the Mencken matter. Good morning again, Mr. Mencken.
So, Your Honor, he's going to need a 2 to 4 week continuance. This depends on what he wants and what the court has. He's going to get our office some information, and then we'll be eligible for a plea bargain if that information checks out. So that's
So no plea bargain as of today, simply a continuance.
exactly.
Okay, great. And that's what you'd like to do, Mr. Mencken?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Let me just make a note in the file. All right, so I have a note in the file. Hang on just a second, let me make a better note. Okay, so the note I just put in the file is that we're going to continue your case 2 to 4 weeks for you to gather some paperwork and provide that to the city attorney. At which point, if you're able to provide that paperwork, the city attorney is going to make some offer to you that's better than the standard offer that's on the table. Does that sound right?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, so what I'm going to do is send you back out to the counter where you checked in. They're going to give you a new court date out there.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you in 2 to 4 weeks.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Zoom is okay. If
Okay.
you would like to appear by Zoom, they will give you that information as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Sabrina. You're welcome. Have a good day. Hector Sarmiento? Good morning, Mr. Sarmiento. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah, Sarmiento.
Say that again?
Sarmiento.
Sarmiento.
Yeah.
Close. I will do my best. I have a name that is hard for people to pronounce, and so I like to make an effort to pronounce people's names correctly. So, all right. So, Mr. Sarmiento, you are charged with.
Is it? Duarte?
No, it's Hector Jimenez. It's JB 2582 TI. And do you have an adult here with you?
My
sir?
parent is right there.
Hi, you're welcome to come on up, sir. There we go. Okay. All right. Is the last name Jimenez Sarmiento?
Jimenez.
I'm sorry about that. I do see that on the summons now. All right, sir. You were charged with stop at stop sign required. That is a 4-point traffic infraction. I do have that standard offer to convey to you. So you could plead 2 points down to a 2-point infraction with a fine, or 3 points down to a 1-point infraction with a fine and a class. You are also more than welcome to speak to the prosecutor to see if you could work something different out. You can simply plead guilty to the 4-point charge. You could plead not guilty and set for trial, or you can ask for a continuance. What would you like to do?
So that deal that you're talking about, it takes away 2 points and I just pay the fine? And
It takes away 2 points and you pay the fine. That is correct.
I'll take that one.
Well, and Dad has to approve it. Do we need an interpreter for Dad?
It's fine, I can tell him.
I need to know if Dad's comfortable with that.
He understands it.
Oh, okay.
Take away the 2 points and the fine.
Okay. And so that's what you'd like to do?
Yes.
Dad? Okay, thank you. All right. All right, so Mr. Jimenez Sarmiento?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I did not take Spanish in high school. Did you hear me earlier when I was talking to folks about pleading guilty to something they did not do?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any questions about that?
Fine.
You need to answer out loud.
Oh, we're fine.
Okay. It's just because things are being recorded.
Yeah.
So we have to have that verbal okay on the record. All right. Okay, so the charge you would be pleading guilty to is the 2-point infraction called defective vehicle. And what that essentially means is there's something required on your vehicle that you didn't have, or something that you required not to have on your vehicle that you did have. So maybe you didn't have, something was wrong with your windshield on your vehicle that it wasn't right, or the reverse would be like you had tinted windows and you're not supposed to have that. Anything about that charge you do not understand?
No.
Okay. All right. And this is said to have occurred on July 27th of 2025 at 7:42 p.m. at 19th Street north of Violet Avenue here in Boulder.
Yes.
All right. How do you plead then to the 2-point charge of defective vehicle at that date, time, and place?
Guilty.
All right, I'll accept the guilty plea. Let me take a look at your driver history and the notes on the ticket. All right, I do appreciate your very clean driving history. Is there anything you would like to tell me?
Just that I'm sorry and it won't happen again.
Okay, is there anything, Dad? Would you like to tell me anything?
No, I think it's fine.
You think, I'm sorry, what?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay. All right, so I do appreciate that very good driving history. Let me ask you a question, sir. Are you paying for this yourself?
Yeah,
Okay. And how old are you?
16.
16. Ordinarily, our fine for something like this starts at $125. In your case, I'm going to make it $70.
Thanks.
There are $30 in court costs for you to pay, so that's a total of $100 for you. Can you make that payment today?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to send you back out to the counter where you checked in. They will take that $100 payment from you, and you'll be good to go. You'll be done with this case as far as the court's.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
So,
Mr. Altenberg.
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to recall Mr. Edward Toad Frank, please, who's appearing in person.
All right. Recalling the Frank matter. So we've got Mr. Frank and Dad again. All right, Mr. Altenberg, what's happening?
Yes, Your Honor. I have the opportunity to speak to Mr. Frank about his citation. It's my understanding that he intends to accept a plea deal involving a 4-point reduction from the 4-point offense of careless driving down to the 0-point offense of failure to wear seatbelt required. The requirement being the completion of the Alive at 25 course, Your Honor.
Okay.
Because Mr. Frank is requesting to get this reduction and obtain this course, we will request a continuance of around 6 to 8 weeks with the understanding that right now it will take some time to register for this course and complete it. Furthermore, Your Honor, because it's my understanding that Mr. Frank intends to be the individual to pay for any fines fees assessed at this later date and the course costs, we do request the court to factor in the cost of the course when addressing any fines or fees assessed at this later date, Your Honor. And lastly, because Mr. Frank has appeared in person today, we do request the court permit Mr. Frank to appear via Zoom at this later date as well.
Thank you for all of that. So, Mr. Frank, is that what you'd like to do?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, and Dad, are you okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm putting a note in the file about what we're doing. Did you have something further, Mr. Altenberg?
Yes, I forgot to mention that for the purpose of the record, I'll be filing this plea deal later today, Your Honor. In addition to that, I'll be providing Mr. Frank and CCing his father as he's a juvenile with the information for this course later today as well.
Great.
Thank you for your help.
All right, so the note I have in the file is that we're going to set this case out for 6 to 8 weeks for you to have the opportunity to take that Alive at 25 class. And that will give you the ability to come back here and plead to a 0-point traffic infraction, which, as you may or may not have heard me say earlier, does not get reported to the DMV. So an excellent deal for a young man of your age. Excellent deal for anybody, in particularly an excellent deal, for a young man of your age. All right, I did also make a note that the city attorney is requesting that the court factor in the cost of the class at sentencing. And I did make a note that a Zoom appearance next time would be perfectly fine with the court. Did I get all that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Thank you, Mr. Altenberg. Thank you as well. All right, so what I'm going to do is send you back out to the counter where you checked in. They're going to give you a new court date. You do need to appear at that new court date because, assuming you get the class done, you would need to enter a plea. You are more than welcome, once you take the class, to send the paperwork in ahead of time. That will speed things up a little bit for when you come back, if you're able to do that. And then they will also give you the information on Zoom for you to appear by Zoom. If you choose to appear that way, you're more than welcome to come back to court. But Dad, you also need to appear at Zoom, however, I shouldn't say by Zoom. You need to at least appear by Zoom so that we have a parent here, since this is a juvenile matter.
Okay.
All right, any questions for me?
No, can we add, just for the record, that Mr. Altenberg was super helpful and thoughtful and really, listened to all of the things that we both had to say and just added a lot and was, it was just very nice of him, really thoughtful.
I appreciate that. And I know Mr. Altenberg heard you, of course. I know that he appreciates it too. But I would concur with that. I have worked with Mr. Altenberg for a few months. I've only been here since April, and that has certainly been my experience, watching him interact with folks who come before this court. So I certainly appreciate that you noticed it as well, and I know he did too. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you.
Emma Murphy. And looks like Dad.
And Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Murphy and Dad. How are you?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. All right, so Ms. Murphy, you are charged with failing to avoid interfering with the vehicle ahead. That's a 4-point traffic infraction. I do have that pre-authorized plea bargain offer to make to you. So you could plead 2 points down to a 2-point infraction with a fine, or 3 points down with a fine in a class to a 1-point infraction. But you could also talk to a prosecutor. You have any of the other options available to you as well.
I already completed the class.
Oh my. Let's see what Mr. Altenberg has to say about that. Do you need a minute, Mr. Altenberg? I can call another case.
No, Your Honor, this does indeed appear to be the completion of the Lab 25 course. In addition to that, Your Honor, the completion date was August 24th, 2025, so within the past couple of days. So in relation to this case does seem appropriate. We do believe that this is appropriate to take this as completion of the Lab 25 course. I believe, what's the offense question? Failure to avoid
Failure to avoid interfering with the vehicle ahead.
As it is a 4-point offense, Your Honor, we do recommend and permit the defendant here to plead guilty to the 0-point offense of failure to wear a seatbelt as required, as it is the general plea deal that we are going to offer for the completion of the Lab 25 course.
Excellent. So, wow, that saved a whole lot of time. I appreciate you getting that class done. Did you learn a lot from it?
Most definitely.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. All right. So is that what you'd like to do? Plead to a 0-point infraction today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Excellent. And Dad, that's okay with you?
It is, ma'am.
Oh, that's right. We did see you here before. I had forgotten about that. Okay. My note in the file shows that we saw you before. Okay. I don't know why they set you back on this docket. But at any rate, you're here, you got the class done, you want to accept the 0-point offer. So let's get that done. All right, did you hear me speaking to folks earlier about pleading guilty to something they did not do?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that concept?
Yes.
All right. All right, so the charge you would be pleading guilty to is, as you heard Mr. Altenberg say, the 0-point infraction of seatbelt required, which essentially means you were driving with no seatbelt on. That's an alleged violation of section 7-32 of the Boulder Revised Code, and it is said to have occurred on February 12th of 2025 at 1:06 in the afternoon at the intersection of Broadway North, or near the intersection of Broadway and College Avenue, just north of that here in Boulder. To the charge, the 0-point infraction of not wearing a seatbelt, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, I'll accept a guilty plea. Let me take a look at some things, and then I'll hear from you and Dad, and then I'll impose the fine. Nice clean driver history, like to see that. Crash report. That was an expensive burger. So it looks like nobody was injured except you, and you had some pain in your neck and head.
Yes, Your Honor.
How did that work out? Everything all resolved with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Excellent. And insurance covered all the, I mean, you weren't charged with no proof of insurance, so it is safe to presume you had it, but insurance covered everything?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, I appreciate you staying on the scene. I mean, that is what's required by law, but I also understand that you're a young lady and that might have been really, really scary. It's good that you kept your head, your wits about you for that, and you were able to communicate with police and get things taken care of properly. I appreciate that. All right, anything you'd like to tell me?
I'd just like to thank you, and I'd like to say that I've learned a lot from the class and a lot on how to drive more safely during different weather conditions. So I'm definitely gonna implement that into my
That'll be
life.
handy this week in the rain. I swear, people in Colorado, they can drive in the snow, but they cannot drive in the rain. It's really interesting. All right, anything you'd like to tell me, Dad?
No, Your Honor.
Excellent, okay. Well, are you paying for this, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I am taking into account your driving history, what you've told me about the class, and the fact that you are paying for this yourself. I'm going to make it, the fine would ordinarily start at $150. I'm going to make your fine $70. There's $30 in court costs, so that's $100 for you to pay today. Excuse me. You can make that payment today?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes? All right. So what's going to happen is you'll go back to the counter where you checked in. They'll take that payment from you. And since you've already gotten the class done, that'll be it for you. You'll be done with this case today for the court's purposes.
Judge, there's also a failure to appear fee.
Oh, there is? Hold on. We got to address something. So looks like there was a failure to appear in your case on May 29th. And so a fee was assessed for that of $30. Does the prosecution have a position on that fee?
Because the defendant has appeared today and has completed the Law 25 course, and proactively, the court has no objection to the waiver of the failure to appear fee.
Okay, then the court will waive that fee. So the $30 failure to appear fee from May 29th is waived, and that does still make your total to pay today $100.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions? All right, you can head out to the counter and make that payment.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Mr. Reynolds.
Mr. Moyadi.
Good morning again, Mr. Moyadi.
Good morning to you.
All right, Mr. Reynolds, what's happening with
Thank you, Your Honor. So we are happy to extend Mr. Moyadi a 0-point offer with a $75 fine recommendation with a waiver of court costs due to financial circumstances. This speeding ticket is alleging that he went 11 over the speed limit, which is on the lower end of officer-written tickets that I've seen. He has a good driving history and had a good attitude with the officer, so I think that's an appropriate resolution to this case.
Okay, that's what you'd like to do, Mr. Moyadi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so you may or may not have heard me talking to folks about pleading guilty to something they did not do.
Pardon me?
Have you heard me talking to other folks this morning about pleading guilty to something they did not do in order to take advantage of the plea bargain?
No.
Okay, so how we get the points down in a case like yours is we have you plead guilty to something you didn't do.
Yes, I explained the whole situation and I showed all the evidence I had.
Right, I'm explaining
Yeah.
something to you. So in order for you to accept this plea bargain offer that the prosecution has made to you, you would need to plead guilty to a traffic infraction called
All right. Yes,
not
I
wearing a
believe.
seatbelt.
Okay, I plead guilty. I don't care about the money, of course. I was just not guilty because I don't want my insurance.
I hear you, but now you can tell me about that in just a moment, but we have to get through the first process.
Sure.
So you would like to plead guilty to the traffic infraction of not
Yes.
wearing a seatbelt.
Seatbelt?
That would be what you would be pleading guilty to this morning, and it's what you would need to do in order to get the benefit of that 0-point traffic infraction.
Okay.
That's
Sure.
what you'd like to do?
Sure.
Okay. All right, let me pull up my notes here. Okay, so as I mentioned, rather than the original charge of speeding, you would be pleading guilty to the 4-point infraction. I'm sorry, the 0-point infraction of seatbelt required. It's an alleged violation of section 7-32 of the Boulder Revised Code, and it's said to have occurred on July 26th of 2025 at 12:20 in the afternoon at the 2900 block of Glenwood Avenue. So let me back up. Is there anything about that charge you don't understand?
No.
All right. Then to the charge of seatbelt required at the date, time, and place I just described to you, how do you plead, sir? Guilty or no contest?
Guilty.
Guilty? All right. I'll accept the guilty plea. All right, let me look at your driver history. I know that the prosecutor already looked at it, but I want to look at it myself. And then I will look at the notes on the ticket and ask if I will ask if there's anything you'd like to tell me.
Sure.
Okay. Right, looks like there was a ticket about a year ago, but the last thing before that was from 2022. Okay. Right, can see the ticket. Sorry, I said it in the wrong order. Okay, is there anything you would like to tell me, sir?
No, if necessary, I don't know, I just, to make a long story very short, I'm an Uber driver. The speed, I was not going 35. I proved it to this gentleman. And I have a map of driving and everything, if you like to see, if necessary, all right?
I don't
I
need to
proved
see.
the map, and I proved that there was no way I could go 31 mile in that street because I just turned to that street and he totally saw the situation. And of course, he was gentleman and nice enough. I said, I am a retired person living with a retirement money. I'm doing this just to be able to pay my payments, and I don't want my insurance to go up. So this gentleman offered me that 0 point doesn't affect my insurance, and I took it.
Yes, the 0 point does not get reported to the DMV, which is what I understand insurance companies check. All right, so what I'm going to do in your case is I'm going to do something a little bit different than what Mr. Reynolds recommended. I am going to leave the $30 in court costs in place, but I'm going to make the fine $45, so the total is still $75. I'm just leaving the court costs in place.
All right, thank you.
All right, so what I'm going to do is send you back out to the counter where you checked in, sir. They will
Okay.
take that payment from you. You can make that today?
Yes.
All right. So they'll take that payment from you and you'll be done with this case as far as the court's concerned.
All right, thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a good day. Gavin Lynn. Mr. Lynn, it looks like you're here with Dad.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
All right. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. A little warm in here, but other than that. All right. So, Mr. Lynn, you are charged with speeding 20 to 39 miles per hour over the posted speed limit, and specifically in your case, 55 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone. I do have that pre-authorized plea bargain offer to make to you. So you could plead to a 4-point infraction with just a fine, or a 3-point infraction with a fine and class, but you could also speak with a prosecutor. And you have the other options available to you as well, which I'm happy to repeat if you'd like.
May we please speak to a prosecutor?
You may certainly speak with a prosecutor. Looks like Mr. Oldenburg is ready right now, and we'll be taking you outside to have a chat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. All right, so Isel Andreas Belamonte Cedeno.
In this case, we need the interpreter line, so we're getting that started.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
So I'm going to have you step up. We're getting an interpreter for you.
Oh, yeah.
So come on up. Be just a few minutes. Just a little bit of time.
Oh, he's okay.
Did I pronounce your name correctly? Cedeno?
Yeah.
It looks like we're ready. Is that your right video?
Yes.
Yes. Harry, we are ready to speak with you now. I'm going to put you here. And if you could please introduce yourself to the judge and to our client.
Spanish Joker Harry 20281. I will introduce to the client that by are confidential and sources. Buen día, voy a ser su intérprete. Recuerde que todo permanece confidencial durante esta llamada. Por favor, utilice oraciones cortas. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
And let me clarify something. You said Harry is the name you go by?
Yes, Harry, Harry.
Okay, and it's 20281 is your interpreter number?
Yes, correct.
All right. Harry, could you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, perfect.
Do you promise to interpret from Spanish to English and English to Spanish accurately this morning?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so Mr. Belmontes, or Belmontes Cedeno?
Belmontes Cedeno.
Belmontes Cedeno.
Yeah.
So, sir, you are charged with failing to present evidence of insurance.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Señor Belmonte Cedeño, usted tiene cargos por fallar al no presentar evidencia de seguro.
Correct.
By chance, did you have insurance on that date?
¿Usted tenía seguro ese día?
No sé.
Do you have insurance now?
¿Tiene usted seguro ahora?
Es que ese vehículo no es no es mío. Solo me lo prestaron por ese momento.
That's not my vehicle. They just lent it to me for that moment.
As the driver in Colorado, you are still required to have insurance. Does the owner of the vehicle have insurance for the vehicle?
Como conductor en Colorado, aún así se le requiere que usted tenga seguro. ¿El dueño del vehículo tiene seguro del carro?
Sí, sir. Sí, señor.
Yes. Yes, sir.
The owner has insurance, yes?
¿El dueño sí tiene seguro? Sí.
Sí.
If you can show us that insurance, then this case could be dismissed.
Si usted puede mostrarnos ese seguro, este caso puede terminar.
No lo traje en este momento porque la verdad no lo traje en este momento.
I didn't bring that with me right now.
Are you able to text your friend to get it?
¿Usted puede enviar un mensaje de texto a su amigo para que se lo consiga?
Es que no sé, están en horas laborales.
I don't know if I could working hours.
Sí,
I'm
podría.
sorry, can you repeat that, Mr. Interpreter?
I don't know if I could during working hours.
Okay. We can do a couple of things. You could attempt to text him now, or we could set the case for another date so that you have time to get the insurance paperwork from him.
Podemos hacer dos cosas. Usted puede intentar enviar un mensaje de texto ahora, o podemos aplazarle su día para otra fecha para que usted pueda conseguir los papeles del seguro de él.
And if you were able to get the paperwork from him and send it into the court, you wouldn't even have to come back to court.
Yeah.
Si usted puede conseguir el papeleo de él y enviarlo a la corte, entonces usted no tendría que regresar a la corte.
Ok, ¿puedo enviarlo a la corte? ¿Puede ser el transcurso de la tarde o el día de mañana? Porque es que en verdad no sé si me puede encontrar con mi amigo el día de hoy.
Can I send this back to court throughout the day or tomorrow? Because honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to meet my friend today.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is set the case out for 2 weeks to give you time to get a copy of that insurance into the court.
Lo que voy a hacer es que lo voy a aplazar la corte por 2 semanas para darle tiempo para que usted consiga una copia de ese seguro y la mande a la corte.
All right, thank you so much, sir.
And like I said, we'll make sure you have an email address so that you can send that in as soon as you have it.
Como le dije, asegúrese de tener una dirección de correo electrónico para que lo pueda enviar tan pronto lo tenga.
Okay, perfect.
And once the court gets it and checks that it's for the right car, the court is authorized to dismiss. Sorry, go ahead.
Una vez que ya la corte lo tenga y verifiquen de que es del vehículo correcto.
Okay.
The court is authorized by the city attorney's office to go ahead and just dismiss that, and then you would not need to come back to court.
La corte está autorizada de parte de los abogados de la ciudad para descartar eso y usted ya no tendría que regresar a la corte.
Okay, perfect.
So the only reason you would need to come back to court is if you were unable to get a copy of your friend's insurance.
La única razón para que usted vuelva a la corte es que usted no pueda conseguir la prueba de papeleo del seguro del carro de su amigo.
Okay, perfect.
Okay?
I'm gonna send him out only because so one of our other staff that speaks Spanish can help, and I've given good instructions on what they need from him and what to.
Okay, and then actually, let's do 3 weeks just to be safe.
3 weeks.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, I've actually changed it from 2 weeks to 3 weeks to give you 3 full weeks to be able to get that paperwork into the court.
Le he cambiado de 2 semanas a 3 semanas para darle tiempo suficiente para que usted pueda devolver este papeleo a la corte.
All right, so I'm gonna send you back to the counter where you checked in, where someone will give you that new court date and instructions to how to get the insurance information back to the court.
Lo que voy a hacer es mandarle ahora al mostrador para que le indiquen la nueva fecha de la corte, así como también las instrucciones de cómo mandar este papeleo a la corte.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yeah.
Any questions, sir?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta, señor?
Oh, no, sir.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
Thank you. Have a good day.
So just back out.
The interpreter is no longer connected. If you require further interpretation assistance, please press 0 now to be transferred to the call center.
Thank you.
We'll go off the record.
The interpreter has disconnected from the conference. This call will now be disconnected.
Miss Murphy's case, Leslie is asking if it's closed